Hello everybody, it's Flare31 here. Welcome back to Super Mario Sunshine. In the last episode, we did a lot of stuff in Bianco Hill, got a lot of shine sprites, and now there's like actually sun that you can see quite far into the plaza. You know, we're making progress. It feels good. We basically did everything we could here, and then we took a little excursion over to Ricco Harbor and kind of started on it. In this episode, we're going to keep going. So let's go ahead and jump right in. And I believe we left off on episode 3. Yes. The cage shine sprite. Indeed. So there's a huge obstacle course associated with this particular episode. And what they kind of intend you to do is you're supposed to go up here and learn that you can slide, or rather climb on these poles, and then like do a bunch of random junk. And then of course they want you to go that way, and they have like an actual whole obstacle course for you to get up to the top of like the cage and then drop in from the top. We're not going to do that though, because I'm impatient and there's no reason to. Let me actually talk to these guys because I'm curious what they have to say. Yo, what's going on? The port is strangely quiet today, huh? I guess I ought to appreciate the peace and solitude. To be honest though, I could do with a bit more excitement. Hey, this is a dangerous place to be clambering around. And hanging off that hook, an accident in the making. True. No one ever said that what we were doing is smart. Especially not me. So the actual like fun part of this mission is you can actually just get on top of this crane, and then from here spin jump and hover up into the bottom. If I actually was gonna make it, I started hovering a little bit too late. But that'll get you straight to the shine sprite without having to do like any work. It is quite nice. Let us actually do this. So get onto the crane. Doesn't matter where on the crane you're at. Oh, I was expecting it to stop right there and then it didn't. You would think that you know, like, you would expect that I would be a little bit better at the game, given the past couple of episodes. The answer is no, I'm really not that much better at the game. Especially because I took a break. But, yeah, so you can do that and grab the shine, just as it is. Or we can actually do the obstacle course, and it's a whole thing. I'm not even going to do it. I was debating it, but it's not worth it. We take free shine sprites when we can get them, especially in this game. Continue. And so that leaves us with episode 4. Get back in. Here we go. Episode 4. The Secret of Ricco Tower. Alright. Alright, this one's quite famous for a number of reasons. We're not even gonna bother watching the cutscene. Whoa, looks like trouble's a-brewing. Now, the ocean is all dirty around that tower. It's true, for whatever reason. You know, it'd be kinda wild and cool. Well, actually, I'll hold off. So let's go ahead and make our way over there. But I also want to do a little side track. So we're gonna get up here, and you could just go straight over to the tower. I want to come this way real quick. Here we are. I want to go this way. This is kind of just like a taste of like what you might have been doing if you actually wanted to go the correct way. There'd normally be trampolines and stuff like that from the last episode. It's spin jump up here. And then... That guy dodged us. Oh, that got hit. Well, that didn't work. Let's get back up. You might be wondering why I'm doing this. It occurred to me. I don't know why I came over here. It occurred to me that normally you would pick up a rocket nozzle, and I didn't do that, obviously. So instead I was like, well, let's not, or why not do it now? And to do that we need to go over this way, so let's do this again. And this time let's not get destroyed by the wind. Alright, so normally you'd come over here at some point and then come and pick up this rocket nozzle just because you're like, oh, it's a rocket nozzle. And then we can use it to get up the tower easier, I guess, if we really wanted to. Or the other way you can get up the tower is you can wall jump off these. You just wall jump. Not that bad. And then do a little tiny hop. So this is the tower that we're talking about. Let's yeah, let's go ahead and enter. So this is what we've got to look at here. It is a long gauntlet. So this particular like secret course, I guess you'd call it a secret course, is quite famous and infamous at the same time, I suppose, because it reappeared in Galaxy 2 as like a galaxy. I think it might have literally just been called, honestly I have no idea what the galaxy was called, but I know it appeared in Galaxy 2 as a galaxy. And I think a lot of people think that this particular secret is like one of the hardest for whatever reason. I don't think it's that bad, but I can definitely see where people would have trouble with it. What's really funny though, if I remember which one has the problem. One of these has a problem. Oh yeah, it's the green one. So as you saw, I could walk straight through that green peg. All these objects are copy paste, right? So they're all the exact same object, and the green peg is a little bit off center. Like the hitbox for it is a little bit off center compared to the visual. So you just want to keep that in mind. It's a little bit more centered on the object than the visual is. So you can walk through the left side of it, but not the right side. Just wanted to point that out. And then these things, as we all know, hopefully by now, sunshine physics are wonky, especially with slopes. So just kind of keep that in mind. But otherwise, if you're doing spin jumps and you're confident in your steps that you're taking, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's continue. And so let's go ahead and jump back in again. And this time we're gonna do the secret shine. Yeah, so of course we're gonna just go straight back to where we need to go. And this time there's actually gonna be no beating around the bush. And before we do that, actually I do want to talk to these guys, because they're up here to look at the tower. You know, I can give out some pretty handy info now and then. Like that wall over there, it's never mind. Great. This may be too hard for you to wrap your noodle around, but I can tell there's something suspicious about this tower. By the way, how could anyone ever climb this thing? You don't know, do you? I do know. I already did it. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get up there again. It'll give you this nice sign that's like very, you know, indicative of what you need to do. Is indicative the right word? I don't English very well sometimes. I hope so. Good luck. Alright. Not too bad. And then there's one right here. There's two up here they have to wall jump to get. I guess you don't have to wall jump, but it is useful to wall jump. I'll grab the one up also, because why not? Oh, I wanted to spin jump there. Didn't quite input it correctly, and then I did it wrong, because I went in the wrong direction. It's all good. I guess I could point out that you can ground pound these nails. I don't think I've done this yet, but whenever you see a nail, you can ground pound it. And sometimes you'll get a 1-up. Most often you'll get a coin, and maybe nothing at all. And so there's one right here, and the last one, of course, is on the big one, the big boy. This is a big boy, I'll give it that. Oh, I missed. It's all good though. And then there we go, shine number whatever. I very quickly do not know what shine, how many shines we actually have. It's something like 17. Maybe. Like this is either the 17th or the 18th. Yeah, 17. Continue. Does that shadow keep getting further away? Is it actually going shine by shine? Probably is. I think actually it is. I want to check real quick. I'm curious. Oh, definitely. This was not this far in before. It went from like here to here. That's super cool. I like that. I also want to check out where those guys that are arguing are while we're stepping away real quick. No? Are they out here? Yeah, they're out here. I'm telling you, the tree on my head is way taller than you. Okay, we are heard that argument. Alright, back to business, I suppose. In we go. Okie dokie. Gooper Blooper returns. Yeah, there he is. This time he's on the helipad, which I think is a clever foreshadow that he can actually fly. Looks like that huge blooper thing is over at the helipad now. Indeed. I can't see anything from here. What does this guy gotta say? Why is he standing here? Seems that pesky blooper's back. Well, you just do your thing and you'll take care of it, I'm sure. Me? I'll be right here, the whole time. I appreciate the support, I guess. We're just gonna take the usual route to get there. I also want... What are you looking at? What, huh? Blooper, what? Let's get on top of the fruit machine, because I want to point out there's like a little trampoline here that you can jump on it to get over here. They intend for you, I'm sure, to somehow or another get on these and then grab the rocket nozzle and then jump up and fling up. So yeah, hi bud. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, there we go. So this was literally the exact same fight, just this on a helipad. So I suppose it's technically harder. Ow. That's not what I thought was gonna happen. I suppose this is technically a little bit harder just because you have a small platform that you can fall off of. But that's it. I don't know. I'm not gonna defend the game for having recycled content like a lot. But I will defend the game in the sense that it makes the game easier, I guess. Because you already know what to expect and how to deal with it. Oh, I saved. It's fine. So we only have 3-ish more episodes to go. Okay, episode 6, red coins on the water. Okay. This one is a fun one. I think that's the best way to describe it. So there's literally red coins on the water, as the mission name would suggest. There seem to be more bloopers for you to ride this time. Looks like Big Daddy Blooper Surfer is at it again. Oh boy. What's up with this guy that's in the water here? Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Come back! No! No, come back! I want to talk to you. Can I talk to you in the water? No. Well, that's unfortunate. Anyway, let's just go ahead and go over here and hit up Big Daddy. That's me, Blooper Surfing Big Daddy. Bloopy for short. Okay. Oh yeah? You think I should step on that switch over there? Yeah. If you can't tell already, this is red coins, but you have to do it while blooper surfing. So, as I mentioned before, just use the green blooper, do yourself a favor. And you might be inclined to follow a certain path, but I'm going to recommend against it and to do what I do instead. Alright, so we're going to left immediately here and go in between there and grab that. Jump over the sub, and then jump up to grab the coin. And then... oh, I missed. Oh no. If you ever think you're going to run into something, just stop holding forward, because you usually don't die if you're not holding forward while riding a blooper. So we're going to grab that. Then the way back has the last of them, and they're kind of just all in a row here. Oh, I missed again. Sometimes controlling these bloopers is a little bit harder than you'd think, or rather, being having precision with them is a little bit harder than you'd think. And so it puts it back on the starting dock, but you don't get off the blooper. So you have to collect this thing while riding the blooper. So you kind of just want to time your jump, and that's the end of that. If you miss, it could be a problem. And if you land on top of another blooper, you'll just switch bloopers, which could be a problem as well. You just don't want to do it. I fully understand if it takes you a little bit to actually collect the shine, because sometimes collecting that shine is harder than actually getting it to spawn. It's actually kind of bizarre, but, you know, with enough practice, anyone can accomplish anything. Anyway, Shadow Mario Revisited. So we've hit episode 7. Is he really? Yeah, he's literally just right there at the beginning. Nice. Episode 7. So, doing the same thing we always do. I don't know why I did that when I knew I was going to have to come up here. Oh, I was not watching where I was going correctly. It's all good though, because we can get back up pretty easily. Oh, that's not what I thought was going to have happen. He just ran straight past me. If he will literally bulldoze you over, and you don't want that to happen. Phooey, I'll remember this. That's what you say every time. Literally every time. Alright, so now normally there's an 8th episode, and there is an 8th episode. Also, there's that thing that just appeared in Delfino Plaza, and those guys are looking at it. Let's go check it out. So normally there's an 8th episode here, though, and there is, but we can't do it yet, so I'm just not going to bother. We'll come back for it eventually. Instead, there's this light thing here, and these guys are staring up at it. Now, where is that big old shine? The guidebook says it's like the shining eye of Isle Delfino. Sure is dark. Is this the daytime or all city's dark? Listen, it's not even dark. Get out of here. Anyway, we got this shiny light thing here, and it's actually a callback to Super Mario 64, where you have to like look up, right, into the sun, which is this way. But we're not going to do that because it's actually just a course, and I don't want to do it right now, so we're not going to. Instead, we're going to move on for the lives and go over here to good old Gelato Beach. Horrible, horrible. Yeah. So you might remember that we did open this a long time ago, and now we're coming to actually do it. Episode 1, Dune, Bud, Sandcastle Secret. Yeah. So this is Gelato Beach. For reference, first of all, on the map, this is where we're at. And it says Gelato Beach. The isle's largest beach sprawls under perfect blue skies. Have a swim, enjoy a famous smoothie, and bask in the glow of the Shine Tower. Man. So you can see Ricco Harbor over there. And you can see Delfino Plaza kind of off in the distance behind it if you really squint. And a little bit more importantly, you can kind of see Bianco Hills up there if you like really try. But also not really at the same time. But then Pinna Park is even closer over there. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to talk to this guy. I should do that. Hi, bud. Hey, you, don't get the water dirty here. And don't step on the Dune buds. Thanks for your cooperation. Like, I just assumes. He's like, yeah, thanks for your cooperation. So we got these cataquacks. Cataquacks are have become quite famous since this game, I believe. Hey, bud. Oh, he ran to the Dune bud. Oh. You can jump on them and get a coin after they, like, knock themselves over. And then there's these Dune buds here. If you spray them... I didn't realize it would kill the cataquack. Or is it because he touched the water? I don't know. One of the two. But, yeah, that's what the Dune buds do. The legendary giant sandbird will soon hatch from its egg. That's what the professor studying the Shine Tower said. Can't even see it. Yeah, there's the Shine Tower up there, and there's a egg inside of it you can kind of see. It kind of blends in with the architecture, but there's an egg inside there. What you gotta say? Now this here is what we call a Dune bud. Dune buds are odd plants that appear only on this beach. If you water them, strange things will happen. And we already found that out. Hey mister, a coin fell under the floorboards of this hut. If you're under there and can't see well, try pressing the R stick. Oh yeah. That's first person, so you can kind of like, you know, take a gander. This is the Shine, or the Shades guy. Then again, maybe you're not ready. Yeah, whatever. So, the Doombug Sandcastle Secret, I believe, is what it was called. I don't want to talk to this guy. Come back. Have you ever heard of the sand portal? It's a sandcastle that appears, then crumbles away quickly. I guess it must not have a very good foundation. Yeah, so this Dune bud right here, if you spray it, that appears. And this is what this guy was talking about. It crumbles very quickly, so you have to get over there real quick before it does and go through the arch. And it's actually, surprise, surprise, a secret course. But this one's sand-based with a nice sandcastle at the end. So these sand blocks disappear after you step on them for a specific amount of time, and then they come back. So just keep moving. That's the moral of the story. And then after you get through there, you have the sandcastle itself, which is pretty easy to just kind of scale. Of course, these orange blocks are very safe, so you don't have to worry about it. And then once you get up here, you get the shine. A lot of side flipping. I think side flipping is easy to do, or like an easier way to control where you're going while you're platforming, in Gelato Beach in particular, or rather in that secret course. And so now that we have that secret course out of the way, it means we have to get 8 red coins in it. Yeah, there's a lot of it. There's a lot. Go back. There we go. Yep. So, wait a second. Did I talk to you guys? Delfino is often referred to as a slice of paradise on Earth. And Gelato Beach? Why, it's its most sun-kissed shore. Wow. All of the local Piantas and Nokis just love to have festivals here. What's that? A festival? Alright, let's get down. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna be doing this. Oh, nope. Yoink. That was close. Let's do this again. Oh, I got cataquacked in the cutscene. All they do is throw you up in the air, so it's not the worst thing in the world if you do end up getting caught by one of them. And so you might be wondering where Red Switch at? Well, Red Switch is a little bit further up than normal, but it's here. Good luck. And they're kind of just right in order. Most of them are literally just on the path. And by most of them, I mean 3 of them. Oh, I went backwards. That was not what I meant to do. Let's go that way. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do either. It's fine though. There's one in the middle here. And then there, besides the ones on the corners, there is 2 more on each side up here. And there you are. And this one appears just on the ground right there. Done deal. So, move on to episode 2, finally. Yeah, we don't care about the shiny light. We already covered that. Come on, game, take a hint. Here we go. Episode 2, Mirror Madness, Tilt, Slam, Bam. This is actually kind of a fun episode. It's fun in a weird way. So there's the Shine Tower, but now there's a thing on top of it that wasn't there last time. Alert, alert, just look at the top of the tower. Yeah. Some weird thing has curled up on the tower to take a nap. This could endanger the legendary sandbird egg. So he wants us to do something about it, I'm guessing. I think that's a fair assumption. I'm so worried about the egg. Ah! Why are you worried about the egg? What? We need to get those mirrors back into position now. Man, these guys are like super serious about the egg. If we don't do something quick, the sandbird won't hatch. Yeah? Those things up on the mirrors. I wonder if you could shake them off by rocking the mirrors. I'll have you know that if you use the Dune buds wisely, you can reach heights you never would normally. You know, like the tops of huts and places like that. Yeah, so if you're standing like right on top of it, it like launches you into the air. But I don't know. There's no reason to do it, to be honest. This all being said, you're supposed to like go on top of these mirrors. Or actually, let's go talk to this guy down here since he's there. Hey, bud. How about squirting those mirror walkers with... Or how about squirting those mirror walkers? Think that'll do it? I do think that'll do it, actually. You're supposed to get on top of these mirrors one way or another. And then after you get on top of the mirror, you squirt the guy over to the edge and then ground pound the opposite edge. And that's it. Oh, I didn't land on the mirror. Not in the cutscene anyway. Good job. 2 areas left. Thanks, Flood. Let's go ahead and get on top of this one. Get over there. Me with my cat. When you keep trying to knock stuff off my shelves. There you go. You can get it 2 for 1 if you're try-harding it like I am. Oh, no! Oh, grab the thing. Thank you. Come on, mirror. There we are. Get back, foul beast. There we go. Not too bad. And then after you do that, for whatever reason, that makes the Wiggler just fall apart. I have no idea how that works, but maybe it's a vampire or something. A vampire Wiggler. Too much light. Anyway, the shine appears on the beach where the Dune Bud thing was, so let's go ahead and go over there. You. Seems easy enough, right? Continue. Yes, we already covered that. Thank you, though, for reminding me, I suppose. Alright, episode 3. Episode 3. Wiggler Ahoy, full steam ahead. Oh, he mad. Yeah, so if you could tell, this is the same Wiggler that was on top of the Shine Tower or whatever it's called from last time. And now he big angry. Don't step on the Dune Buds. That's what you're worried about? Not the fact that you're about to get run over by a giant Wiggler. Also, all these guys are chilling in the hut. That caterpillar sure woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I'm so disappointed that that thing is here today, seriously. I don't get down here to Gelato Beach all that often, you know? That would kind of suck, wouldn't it? It's going to hatch any day. What's going to hatch, you ask? Why, the egg of the legendary sandbird, of course. Yeah. Beach access is pretty much shot thanks to that big bug. On the other hand, I've sure got a lot of customers. Oh, is this your place? It's like Cabana. Alright. Have I already talked to you? No, I haven't. I'll protect the Dune Bud. You'll see. Don't ask me what that sound effect was. Just roll with it, okay? Eek! We'll be crushed. Then why are you standing here? No. Calm down there, Mr. Caterpillar. We can talk this over nice and slow. Yow! Oh god, he's right there. Hello. So what you're supposed to do with this guy is use the Doom Buds to like knock him off balance or whatever. I'm gonna go to this one, I think. I think this one's the play. So he's gonna come over here. Or not? Does he not come over here? I thought he did. Never mind, we're gonna go to this one. And then if you unleash it when he's close enough, he like trips on it or whatever. And then you can ground pound the arrowed belly section thing. The segment of his body that has an arrow over it. Oh, he angry. Is he gonna come over here? He's coming over here. Ow! I hit his leg. Trying to get it off. I bonked into it. Oh, he's inside the tree. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. Usually, or sometimes anyway, he'll go up onto the mountain, and it's really funny. Like, he'll literally go up that mountain and come back down. I was kind of hoping he would do it, but we weren't fortunate enough for that to have that happen. There it is. And we got lucky enough that was like the last segment possible, because he goes deep into the water, and if he's too deep into the water, you can't ground pound him. And so he turns into sand. I didn't actually show it, but he does turn into sand, and then he just like melts away because it's sand. What do you guys say? What? Don't come this way. All right. So that's kind of like a mid-boss fight, I suppose you could call it. It's something like that. Some sort of like a mini-boss or something or other. So, episode 4. Once we get back in. Episode 4. The sandbird is born. So we've been hearing all about the sandbird. Sandbird this, sandbird that. Gotta protect the sandbird. And now it is hatched and broken out of the thing. This guy's happy about it. Hey, guess what? The sandbird. It finally hatched. Don't bother looking for it though. It flew off right away. And you mean I missed it even though I protected it with my life? Lame. That big caterpillar is finally gone. Phew. Now I can get back to tending my Doom Buds in peace. I feel like this guy is kind of like a neighborhood watch sort of dealio going on. But for the Doom Buds. And it's kind of funny. Anyway. Let's get onto the beach and then go this way. And then there's these guys down here that are the big chillin'. It hatched. The legendary sandbird is born. It broke the tower and flew away. That was unexpected. What do you guys say? Why can't I talk to you? There we go. Store is closed today for family playtime. When my son slides down, I'm gonna throw him back up. But he does seem to be coming. Doesn't seem to be coming down at all. Oh wow, he really does throw you up here. Oh, I was not expecting that. Damn, that guy went off. I want to show that this is here. It's like a special type of Dune bud that makes a staircase so that you can walk up here. And this is how you'd get up there without the chuckster going crazy on you. Yoink. And so there's these guys up here. You know, I was a pretty wild child back in my day. Even so, I find myself yelling at the kids to quiet down. Sliding down the patch of odd-colored sand there is tons of fun. But I think sitting here and enjoying the view is nice too. True. This kid keeps talking about jumping into that hole down there. It isn't just unsafe, it's impossible. Huh? You can do it. I can do it. I'm Mario. I want to slide down and dive into that onto that platform down there. I think I might be able to bounce from there right into that hole. Yeah, so this is like the odd-colored sand that they're talking about. Real quick though, I want to go this way just to kind of like show off that you can go this way. It's like this weird side path, and a little bit more to the point, down this way there is a turbo nozzle box. There's a turbo nozzle box. And it can be kind of fun to move around the beach while using the turbo nozzle. Not gonna lie. But I digress. Ooh, that was like perfect. I look stylish there. Alright, let's use the chuckster to get back up, because that was kind of fun. Hey, bud. Come on, just throw me. Let's go. Man, that's fun. Alright, so they want you to do this, then jump, then just go straight in. And this is the sandbird. Quite infamous for a lot of reasons. And so you want to collect the 8 red coins as fast as possible, obviously. Just walk, don't jump or do anything else unless you need to, because the physics of this thing moving in actual space while you're trying to move is a little bit wonky to deal with. But as long as you kind of take your time, walk slowly, don't jump or do anything unnecessary, and then be very like particular with how you're turning and stuff like that, then you should have no problems grabbing these coins. And then when he starts flapping like that, he's going to turn sideways, so be on his neck or on his tail, and then kind of smoothly transition onto his neck, like onto the side of it. You can get a good look at the underside of him. See, that's kind of like waffle-esque. That's the way I always thought of it. It kind of looked like a waffle. And then he'll straighten back out. And otherwise, he's been circling this middle tower right here, and eventually we will reach the top of it, and that's when you have to jump off of him. So I'm just gonna get down here and be ready for it. If you stay on long enough, I'm pretty sure he turns back over on his side, but the other way. So I'd recommend getting off while you can. And then once you get that, the shine is nice enough to just appear on the tower instead of on the sandbird or anything crazy. Okay, and then we still got more work to do in Gelato Beach, so let's go back in. Oh yeah. Episode 5, Il Piantissimo's Sand Sprint. Once we work up a sweat, let's jump in the ocean. A sweat. I don't know why my voice does not like that word right now, but it doesn't. Before we actually talk to the guy that we need to talk to, I want to kind of walk around real quick. First of all, there's this here. There's a rocket nozzle. I'm gonna use it to get up here, I guess. So all these guys are big chilling up here. I also want to like come over here, talk to you. Can I talk to you? The goal is that way. Indeed. So, oh, there's a guy over here. The Piantissimo is so very uncool. Damn. So why is everyone partying up here? Huh? You saying that any path is okay as long as you find the goal? Indeed, I am saying that. Being healthy is what matters most. Wahahaha. The Piantissimo has been turning up all over lately. This is a kind of festival, isn't it? Yeah, get down. Duty doodly bop. Boy, you sure do have a lot of energy. Admirable. You know, I'm just really not that into sweaty guys. Do. A special juice that will help you beat Il Piantissimo? I'm sorry, we don't know how to make those. This guy runs like the little smoothie shop down there on the boardwalk. Do your best, guys. Do. Oh yeah. Sometimes I just gotta dance. Sorry. I could have made some money if I had opened a stand here. Yeah, I guess. Is this the Sandbird guy? The legendary Sandbird is gone. If only he could have stayed with us for a little while. Poor guy. Did I talk to these guys? I don't remember. These competitions seem like a waste of energy if you ask me. Yeah, don't all competitions. This guy finishes every race dead last. Oof. Anyway. Let's go ahead and get down back to where we need to be. I'm gonna real quick refill on water. And then we'll go talk to this guy, this fool. I am Il Piantissimo, and now we shall race to that flag, or to that flag. Real quick, I just want to point out that if you look closely enough, so obviously this guy is not a Pianta, even though he's wearing like a cosplay. And so that begs the question, who is he? And actually, if you look kind of under the mask, you can faintly see that it's supposed to be the Running Man from Ocarina of Time, or the post-delivery guy from Majora's Mask. It's like the same model and everything, and it's pretty funny. I don't know why they threw him in here, like if it was intentional or not, or if they just like, we just kind of want a, like we want to include this, this as a like a gameplay concept, but we don't know, like we don't have a good way to integrate it, so we're just gonna do this for the heck of it. Don't know. Anyway, he wants to race us to that flag. It is a race to the finish flag, and only one can triumph. By the way, the current record is 35 seconds. Are you at the ready? Then get set and go. So this guy's laughably easy to beat, especially if you use the rocket nozzle. I don't know why I did that. You can just jump up here. You can get up here in a lot of ways. You can do it the normal way, and you'll most likely beat him, because it takes him about 35 seconds to get up here. Yeah, I'll leave it to you to figure it out, but... Woo, ha! You were pretty good. You have some speed. You have grown ever so slightly in my esteem. Slightly. We will meet again, and goodbye. And then it gives you a shine Sprite. Yehee! Alright, so we're almost getting done with Gelato Beach, actually. We're like really close. Phew. Mario says. He's like, phew. Wheel. Episode 6, Red Coins in the Coral Reef. Red coins, you say? Yeah. Mister, you know where the coral reef is, right? There's something sparkling out there, I'm sure of it. That look in your eyes, I've seen it before. Go get him. Yeah, there's some stuff to say about this mission, I suppose. I don't think we have any festivals like that. Wait, what? Hey Mom, is the coral reef having a festival? Ah, I see. Hello? No, no! It's pretty to look at, but that place is dangerous. Hey Ma, can I go play on the coral reef? Don't tell me you're bored, just give out water now and again. Let's see. Yeah, let's go this way real quick. I want to hit up this guy, see what he's got going on. The coral reef? Yeah, it's that rocky spot out in the water. Yeah, to the left of the shop, that's it. Yeah, so he's talking about that out there. I want to talk to this guy, and then we'll go actually do what we need to do. I heard that someone found red coins in the coral reef, but there are fish out there that'll drag you to the sea floor. Yep, that is true. Can confirm. So, I guess I will tentatively recommend grabbing the turbo nozzle box if you haven't unlocked. Because why not? Woo! I love spin jumping with it. Anyway, so over and out here is where the red coins are. And some of them, and by some of them I mean 2 of them, swim with the fish. By far the fastest way to swim without the turbo nozzle is to alternate between going up for like a couple clicks and then going down again. And that will help you stay like level and swim fast, because otherwise you press B to go down and press A to go up. That being said, most of them are actually just big chillin' inside the actual coral reef itself, and you can touch it without any problems, so you don't have to worry about like dying or killing the coral reef itself, I suppose. So there's another one here. And then even better yet, there's the last red coin fish school swimmy boy. You want to try to get these guys when you see them, and that when they're out of the way of everything, because those red coins that swim with the fish can go through objects like the coral reef itself or through the ground, and it's really annoying. So I guess good luck to you on that one. And then the last one should be not over there? No, it's right here. And there you are. It appears on like the only dry land, or one of the few dry lands in the coral reef. I don't know why I did it twice. That was weird. It sounded weird. Alright, so we got 2 more episodes left. Only 2. Okie dokie. So episode 7, it's Shadow Mario after him. Anyone else feel like we just did this? Or is it only me? Yep, that's it. Dang it, this ain't over. Nice. We love it. So that does with that. Continue on. So we only have one more episode. Then we're done with Gelato Beach as well. Making pretty good progress for an hour compared to a lot of things. The Watermelon Festival. Alright, so this is the celebration episode because now everything's good. Shadow Memory's gone. And there's these watermelons? Watermelons? The Watermelon Festival is now open. Why must I stand here? I'd rather be drinking a smoothie. You have to stand there to welcome whoever spawns there, my guy. Let's go over here and talk to let's talk to everybody, or nearly everyone, at the very least. Come on. Sometimes it's spray them to get them stopped. Hey, mister, aren't you gonna be in the watermelon contest? Is there a reason for me to be in the watermelon contest? Stop running. Yay, yay! Watermelon Festival, get down, get down! Get down, Mr. President. He doesn't want to join in because he hates to lose. Ooh. I won't be joining in the contest this year. Nope, sorry. I'm happy just to sit and eat watermelon. The guy next to me forced a coin on me and then, well, he made me switch watermelons with him. Yeah. Mine was so much bigger than his. What a meanie. It's true, it was bigger. So how about it? Mine's the biggest, right? I mean, right? I think this thing is in the bag, man. In the bag. I hate to say it, but this guy's is even bigger than yours. I think I have the biggest watermelon right now. But what will I do if someone brings a bigger one? Oh no. Just roll your watermelon over this pier to the shop. Doot 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 doo. Surf Cabana. Watermelon Festival starting here. The Watermelon Festival is about to end. Hurry, hurry. Good luck and doot doot. Good luck and doot doot. Oh, I did not mean to do that. The owner of the shop is obsessed with watermelons. I wanted to get some juice smoothies for the kids, but now people who eat watermelon with salt sprinkled on it are not allowed in this contest. No, strictly forbidden. Why? I don't know why. That's just a rule we've always had. Is that so? Have you looked up in the hills yet? I want to take the biggest watermelon and make smoothies. Really good ones, and give them to the Shine Sprites. In appreciation for all they do for us, you know? Yeah, so our goal is obviously to find the biggest watermelon available. And we can already tell that this one right here, not the one. This one over here. Oh yeah, the red catawax do hurt you, by the way. This one right here, not the one either, because way too small. And so we need to take our hunt elsewhere, which means up. Is there any guys standing around here? I don't think so. I think it's just all cataquacks. So you could raise the thing, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to wall jump. Then you can also just like hover up the mountain right here. And this is our big watermelon. This is the big boy. And this is the one that, of course, we need to get to the shop. There's like a few ways you can go about this, because the thing is you have to like push it. And if it hits anything, and I mean anything, like if it hits a wall going fast enough, then it could pop. If it hits a cataquack, then it'll pop. If it goes into the water, it will pop. If it hits a tree, it'll pop. So you have to like be really careful with it, and it's really annoying. I'm gonna go like the straightforward approach, I think. And we'll see how that does us, I suppose. Nope. Nope. Alright, so you want to just spray these cataquacks and get them out of the way. And then make sure you jump on the ones that are on the grass, otherwise they won't stay in the ground. And that'll give you enough time to kind of push it around them. Hey, bud. And then there's a cataquack down there. And that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to wall jump. No! You stay away from it. Alright, and then push it down the beach a little bit more. Get rid of these guys. And then push it past. I hear that guy chasing me. He was chasing me. So you have to actually get this thing over the dock and up to the guy before he will accept it. This is actually kind of tricky because you have to really be careful with how you push it. My best advice for it is just kind of take it slow. And if you do it right, then it shouldn't be too bad. Then you kind of want to pre-turn it as well. Around corners and stuff like that. I believe if the watermelon is away from its spawning spot for too long, it can also pop, so don't take too long. Whoa, now that's a big old watermelon like I've never seen. I don't even need to get out of the caliper for this one. You win. But he just like throws it on the roof because he's got a roof smoothie maker thing, which is super dope. And then the shine sprite just like comes out, which is also dope. Even more dope, if you will. Yeah, so there's that. We are officially done almost with Gelato Beach. Because we do actually have one more shine sprite to get right now. And we're going to do that just real quick. Just so that we have Gelato Beach ended off on like a nice note. So actually before we do that, we're going to go back to episode 1. Because I want to show something off that is really neat about the game. So you come into this place in episode 1. And you might be like, you know, coming all the way over here to the cabana. And you can see the shine sprite big chilling in there. And it's like, man, if only I could get that shine sprite, you know? Hey, do you see the jumbo juicer on top of this hut? That's how we make our special juice smoothies. By the way, was anyone out there in the surf cabana? Oh, blast it all. Thor must be out walking with her son. Yeah, so you might be like, man, if only there's a way to get this, you know? And I'm here to tell you that there is a way to get it. And the way to do that is to come over here and grab a coconut from this tree. So just kind of spray it down. And then you want to come over and grab it. And then take it over to the hut. And then after you get it over here, you're going to want to plop it down on the ground, jump onto like the edge of the hut, and then press L to like center the camera behind you. Jump and hover backwards so that you keep your camera angle. And then keep jumping to like align yourself in front of the coconut, and then jump and spin jump up, or triple jump up, one of the two. Kind of position yourself like so, get the camera zoomed in as possible, recenter it, and then plop it down and hold forward. And if you do it right, you should run into the coconut and instead of walking around it like that. And usually if you walk around it, either it's because you weren't holding forward on the control stick or because your angle was slightly off or something. So we realign, try it again. Nope, that one wasn't it. That one wasn't it, Chief. That one wasn't it. Get back up there. No? Let's do this. No? If we take too long, the fruit will disappear like that. I kind of figured. It's a little bit tricky to do, and I have like a very loose track record with it in the sense that it's like sometimes I'll get first try, sometimes it takes me forever. So bear with me. But if we do it right, then we'll clip through the roof of the hut and be able to like kind of maneuver our way into the container and grab the shine. And that will literally skip you straight to episode 8. Like episode 8 will be completed, and then therefore it unlocks, quote unquote, all the previous shines before it, which is 2 through 7. And then you can go backtrack an episode and then just do episode 7 and get the heck out of here without having to do all the other episodes. As you can imagine, useful for speedrunning. Not so useful for casual playthrough, because who would ever know to do this or figure this out? But if you really don't want to do the watermelon episode normally, because you hate having to take the watermelon down here or whatever, then... Oh, here we go. I hovered too early, but we had the right thing going there. So... Nope, too early again. Now I've got the walking down though for some reason. There we go. So it's really weird. Really weird to get down correctly. But if you do it right, that'll happen. And like I said, it literally just unlocks episode 8. And since we've already done all the episodes, the effect of it isn't easy to show. But, imagine we're back at the beginning of Gelato Beach. All you have is episode 1 unlocked, because all the other episodes are locked until you do the first one. If you grab that shine in episode 1, episode 8 shine gets filled in, and then all these previous shines get unlocked as blue shines, because you haven't collected any of them yet. So you can go back to episode 7, fight Shadowmire and get them, and then leave. Because believe it or not, the only shine that you're actually required to do in each course is episode 7. That's all the game tracks. So yeah, cool stuff. Now the real reason we came back to Gelato Beach isn't to show that off, even though I did want to do that. Instead, it's because there's another hidden shine, quote unquote, and I'll have to double check myself, but I believe it can be gotten in most episodes. I will double check this, but basically before we actually grab the shine, I want to do the rocket storage thing so that we can get a zoom out of the place. Gonna go up here. Ooh, come on. No, jump. Thank you. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna get on this right here. Alright, I've got 7. I heard a weird noise, and I was like, what is that? But, yeah, so I've got 7 rocket storages built up. Oh, come on, Kibra. Work with me here. Oh, we went up high. There it is. So this is how much of the place that they render here. So they got Delfino Plaza all the way back over there. Ricco Harbor down there. They got like a little bit of Bianco Hills, but not most of it. Kind of down there. And obviously Gelato Beach is down there. And then they have a place we haven't been to over there, and like that little I don't even know how to describe it without giving it away. And then they got Pinna Park over there, so yeah, this is what this looks like. And it's pretty it's actually kind of wild how much they decide that they're gonna render. Even though it's all simple geometry and stuff like that, you know, low poly stuff, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I like how Bianco Hills is just like the like walls and that's it. Come back down to Earth. Whoa! I'm gonna move a little bit, see if I can fall more or less where I want to be. I'm gonna ground pound. All right. So what we actually need to do is need to be right here. And then on this wall right here, there's a shine sprite painting thing. And you spray it enough and it will spawn a shine sprite. Don't ask me. I don't know why it's there, but it's there. And oh no. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay. That wasn't that bad. So, I don't know why it's there, and neither do you. So, we just live with it. And so, this, isn't helpful. I was trying to figure out which episodes this is available in. I believe it's basically in any episode. Because it says that it can be accessed in any episode where the tower is accessible. And I believe the tower is accessible in any episode. So then it's like, you know, you can get whenever you want. I just do it at mission 8 because why not? And one last thing, now that we've, you know, hit 30 shine sprites. If you talk to this guy, I love the sunshine, but oh, is it ever bright? Here, little man, try a pair of my special sunshades. They're cool. Yeah, you're styling now. Come back and talk to me when you don't need them anymore. So, Mario gets these styling shades and makes the screen darker, as you would expect sunglasses to do. And that's literally all that does. Just makes the game less bright, and it's purely an aesthetic thing otherwise. But that unlocks for you after you hit 30 shine sprites, which is super neat. And if you don't want to wear them anymore, you talk to him, he goes, yeah, enough. Come by anytime, it's too bright for you. Okay, little man? There you go, done deal. So, we're finally going to end the video. We went over a bit, but, you know, sometimes you got to do it to them, so. Do all the YouTube stuff, like the video, subscribe, dislike the video, I guess, if you want to, and comment or whatever. And I'll see everyone next time.